Hi, this is Dr. Frank Thomas, and I'm excited to present another installment of Preaching at Celebration series. We've been having such a good time. This is exciting. It's really exciting. And I want to share, sermon illustrations are really, really important in preaching. And so many have either sent or commented saying, how do you find sermon illustrations? How do you find appropriate sermon illustrations? Well, I'm going to give you a couple. And, some of these are a little shaky to me, like, for example, internet resources. Some of us borrow all kinds of things off the internet for sermons, and, that's okay. That's okay. Others of us, we read, which I think is a tremendous source. I think that if a preacher is not a reader, they're probably not an effective preacher, because reading broadens you so much. So I like that choice, to read, and in your reading, and not to read for illustrations, read because you love to read, and in the things that you read, the illustrations will come. I also think it's helpful to listen to other preachers. Other preachers have wonderful illustrations. Please give credit. I know we have a tradition in the African American community where the first time we use somebody's sermon illustration, we say, like my friend, Dr. So-and-so and so-and-so, used to say. We'll say, my great friend, Dr. So-and-so and so-and-so used to say, and then we use the illustration. The next time we say, like my friend, and don't mention the name, used to say. And then the third time we make it our own, like I've always said. We use, so I know we do that, but give credit when you don't take other people's illustrations and not give credit. And then probably the best advice I've ever received was from Dr. James Forbes, who said to me in a preaching class in 1985, he simply said, don't borrow one sermon illustration until you consult the archives of your own soul. In your own soul, you have archives of sermon illustrations that your mind and your body is a supercomputer. It has stored everything that's ever happened to you. You've got it in memory. So later on, I'm going to introduce a technique called free association that will unlock. It's a method to unlock all these illustrations that you carry with you. I'm going to do that later. I can't do that today. But I will say to you, please don't borrow one sermon illustration, as good as some of these places that you can get sermon illustrations are, until you consult the archives of your own soul. God bless you. I want you to remember, every Monday we do a Periscope call on preaching, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. We have a phenomenal time. Please join us. Secondly, each week we upload a spiritual vitamin on SoundCloud. It'll bless your life. Every Monday, we release another version of this Preaching at Celebration sermon series. And then finally, each Friday, we release another series called Living Your Passion. Oh, it's a wonderful series. We explore living your passion from the inside out. You will want to catch that as well. Subscribe on all these platforms, so as soon as they come out, boom, you'll have them. Thank you for sharing with us. Please share with your friends. If it's blessing you, it'll bless somebody else. Share it. Please share it. We want to improve the quality of preaching, and you'd help do that by sharing this information. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I'll see you next week.